Good morning and welcome to another Inspirational Interruptions live stream here on LinkedIn. I'm excited to keep diving into Mindset Shift Week, and I kicked it off yesterday and have several different tips this week that I want to share with you to change how you perceive yourself, how you perceive the pursuit of your goals, and what you can do to shift just some minor things that make a huge difference in your world. Now, I want to start with a concept to kind of kick this off and introduce what I want to talk about today, because yesterday I teased that there was a statement that I heard that completely changed my mindset on what I'm doing. And I've shared it with a couple of people, and they were like, it was this aha moment. I called it the key that opened the door that I have been knocking on for a while. And when the people that I shared it with are dynamic people too. I mean, when I shared something that seems very simple and people are like, holy cow, that's amazing, I don't feel like I'm completely falling behind here. But the statement that I wanted to share came from a philosophy that I think is really important for all of us. And I want to start with the fact that no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're trying to pursue, no matter where you are in your career, I 1000% will advise you to get together a board of advisors, a personal board of advisors, people that you trust, people that you know will, yes, have your back, but also push you a little bit, challenge you when you're falling behind, challenge you when you're not feeling your best, because they are doing their own thing, but they're also very invested in who you are because they care for you and they're friends or colleagues or mentors, whoever that is. But build a personal board of directors. Now, I'm extremely proud of the ones that I have on mine. And one of those individuals is my friend Renee Branson. And she and I were talking back and forth. And we usually will message and say, like, what do you need to be successful this week? How can you achieve what you want to achieve this week? And so I shared with her that, I needed a little bit of boost of confidence to work on something that is outside of my comfort zone. That will wind up being fantastic. And inside, I know that I can achieve it, but I needed that little bit of boost, a little bit of extra, like helping up over the wall. And I want to share this quote that she shared with me. She had met a photographer at an art exhibit over the weekend, and I want to read this directly because it was, again, one of those simple statements, but it had so much power. So she was talking with this young photographer, Marley Nichelle. So if you please go follow Marley Nichelle on social media, she's fantastic. But what she said, she was talking with Marley about her talent and admiring her work. And Marley said this: I'm really good at this. And because I'm good at this, I choose to believe that I will be successful. Let that sit for a minute. That inner belief in oneself is something that we struggle with. I struggle with it all the time and have for decades. And I think we all battle it in some shape or form pretty much on a daily basis. If not daily, like every other day, where something comes up or a challenge comes up or an opportunity comes up and we pause a little bit. That little bit of self-doubt creeps in. And what you do with that self-doubt is completely up to you. You can let it hinder your progress. You can let it completely paralyze what you're trying to do moving forward, which I have done numerous times. I can't tell you how many times. But we can also shut it down. We can choose to say, nope, not going to do that this time. Like, I'm going to make a different decision, and it may be terrifying. Stepping past our own discomfort, stepping past our own self-doubt is terrifying at times. But it is the most valuable thing that you can do. And I also want to share, so those words were fantastic. I also want to share somebody that I just started following this morning, a speaker named Jen Gottlieb. And she mentioned in one of her videos that she out loud says, I want to be the top motivational speaker in the world. And she even said, she goes, it sounds silly to say it out loud, but it's what I believe. And it's that manifestation of our belief and that practicing of the commentary, the inner self-talk, the outer self-talk. I don't think it's silly at all. Like, I think it's fantastic that she says that out loud, because she believes, and I believe the same thing, that the more you say it, the more you think it, the more you share it, the more it could possibly be, and the more it will be. So I go back to that statement from Marley. How many times have you stopped and thought, yeah, I'm really good at what I do. I've spent a lot of time studying. I have tried and failed. I have gotten really good. I have seen success. And then there may be somebody, for their own reasons, that may question that, or that may doubt it, or that may pause or not offer you a job or not want to pay you what you think you're worth. It is in that moment that you are fully validated in saying, oh, no thanks. You shouldn't have to discount yourself. You shouldn't have to second guess yourself. You shouldn't have to doubt who you are when you fully believe everything about you from a talent perspective, from a motivation perspective, from a potential perspective. All of those things are possible. And so I encourage you today to write down 3 to 5 things that you're really good at. And it could be a mix of things. It could be personal things, but it could be professional things. I did this exercise one time a while back where I wrote down the things that I truly enjoyed. And it's, there's Venn diagrams about how you can mix the things that you're good at and the things you enjoy, and this is what your calling should be. And so it was based off of that. And so it's the same thing when you write down the things you're really good at, or the things you really enjoy, things that bring you happiness in an activity. You find the things you're really good at and that you want to do. That is where the differentiation comes in. Because if you think about somebody that you know that is really talented at something, number one, they've probably worked very hard. Number two, they've had to get out of their own head as far as their performance and their value goes. And number three, I promise you at some point, they had to say no to the previous value, to the previous offering, to the previous version of themselves to become who they are today. Because there will be times that somebody will doubt you. There will be some times that somebody devalues monetarily or from a job offer standpoint or from a responsibility standpoint because they don't believe in your potential, because they don't believe in who you are. But if you believe in yourself and you have that positive self-talk, you don't have to please everybody. You don't have to walk through every door that's out there. You don't have to take every job. You don't have to take every speaking gig. You don't have to do everything that is offered to you, no matter what the level of offer is. But if you say, you know what, I am going to be the best. I am going to achieve these things. This is what I am really good at, and I'm not going to apologize for it. If you didn't feel something just then, we need to have a talk, because I feel like we all know how good we are. We all know how talented we are. And maybe society has taught us that, talking about our confidence is bragging, and that's ego and all these different things that are negative in connotation. But I'm here to tell you today, if you aren't proud of yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't value the talent and the ability that you have, why should anybody else? It's basic marketing. Can you imagine a company bringing a new product onto the market and being like, it's all right. If we'd like to charge you $1,000, but if you only want to pay $250, that's fine. Nobody does that. Companies don't do that. They know the value of the product. They know the value that it brings to somebody. They know what it can do to help, to change, to improve. And that's why you put a value on something. What are you doing with the product of you? What are you doing of the service of you? How are you valuing that, and how are you marketing that to the world? Are you saying, yes, this is who I am, take it or leave it, I don't care, I'm not gonna sell everyone, but I will sell and I will engage and I will be working with the people that I know value who I am? Or are you gonna be like, if you like me, I really hope you do, then I hope you pay what I want you to pay, or I hope that you give me the opportunity, and if you're not, okay, that's fine too. No, the hell with that. Start believing in yourself today and start owning the value of what you bring to the world, because only you know the true value of that. And I promise you, you will hear no's. This new mentality will bring no's. You may lose a client or two. You may move on from something that you're currently doing, and it will be terrifying. And there will be times where like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here. But would you rather sell yourself short for the rest of your life in your career? Or would you rather believe in yourself, own the value of who you are, and demand appropriately? It's up to you. Nobody's making you do anything, but I'm telling you, there's more joy in believing in yourself and owning who you are than there is in discounting who you are from an emotional perspective, from a financial perspective. So believe in who you are. Own who you are. Own your talent, own your success, and own your ability to help other people. because that in of itself is the value of interacting. It's the value of networking. It's the value of doing business. So today is the day that you write down the 3 to 5 things that you are really, really good at. And you stop apologizing for what you charge. You stop apologizing for who you are and how talented you are. And you just own it and find the joy in that. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for all the messages that y'all have been sending me. This has been a fun new venture that I've been trying. So more to come on Mindset Shift Week. I've got some more content coming tomorrow through Friday. So please join me on LinkedIn Live. And also, as always, if you have a question, whoops, wrong button. There we go. If you have a question, and if you have something that you want me to talk about, maybe virtual presentations may not be it today. I actually will talk about that next week. But if you have a question, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, please shoot it over to me at rich@richbracken.com. Happy to do everything I can to research what you need, help out as much as I can. But again, own the value of yourself, and also don't be afraid to make mistakes. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.